Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में. कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule.
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan-schedule.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule.
And many other masters stay in Samari. They continue to meditate, they don't eat. And sometimes they cannot get out of Samari because they can't. No connection with the world, no anchor. So you can see that very good example.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aurasis, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Croatian, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, and Thai. Enchanté de vous voir, téléspectateurs épris de paix. Je suis Nancy de Douala, dans le Cameroun magnifique. Notre peuple souhaite que vous trouviez votre propre paradis dans votre cœur. Le Cameroun, un pays d'Afrique centrale, est souvent appelé l'Afrique en miniature, en raison de sa richesse géographique et culturelle. Tous les climats et tous les écosystèmes du continent y sont représentés. Plages, déserts, montagnes, forêts tropicales et savanes. Le Cameroun a aussi une belle diversité culturelle, avec plus de 230 langues parlées. Un endroit exotique et passionnant à explorer. Le mont Cameroun, le plus haut sommet du pays, est une destination populaire pour la randonnée. Les sols fertiles et le climat clément des zones côtières et des hauts plateaux favorisent la culture de la banane, du cacao, des palmiers, du sucre et du café, etc., qui emploient environ 70% de la population. Le centre de la faune de Limbe est le parc national de Ouaza, qui est devenu une réserve de biosphère de l'Organisation des Nations Unies pour l'éducation, la science et la culture, UNESCO, en 1979, abrite de nombreux animaux, dont certaines espèces rares. Le makossa, un style de musique camerounais, est devenu populaire à l'international entre les années 1970 et 1990 et il continue à influencer la scène musicale mondiale. La bien-aimée équipe nationale de football du Cameroun a été la première équipe africaine à arriver en quart de finale de la Coupe du Monde en 1990. Des spectateurs bénis, nous sommes ravis de vous présenter brièvement le magnifique Cameroun. Nous souhaitons que la gentillesse, la beauté et la vérité soient toujours présentes dans votre vie. Depuis plus de 3 décennies, le Maître suprême Ching éclaire notre monde de ses enseignements divins. Maître totalement illuminé, elle enseigne la méthode de méditation Kuan Yin à ceux qui désirent découvrir immédiatement la nature de Dieu intérieur et parvenir en cette vie à la libération éternelle du cycle de la réincarnation. La méthode Kuan Yin a été pratiquée par tous les maîtres illuminés tels que le Bouddha, Confucius, Guru Nanak, Jésus-Christ, Lao Tse, le Seigneur Krishna, le Seigneur Mahavira, le prophète Mohammed, que la paix soit sur lui, et bien d'autres. Elle souligne que si nous nous souvenons toujours de Dieu, rendons service aux autres de façon désintéressée et suivons les lois de l'univers, nous atteindrons notre potentiel le plus élevé en tant qu'être humain et comprendrons vraiment notre mission sur Terre. Le Maître suprême Ching est un extraordinaire exemple vivant de compassion, envoyant régulièrement une aide matérielle et financière, ainsi que de l'amour aux réfugiés, aux sans-abri, aux victimes de catastrophes naturelles et à d'autres nécessitant des secours. Le Maître suprême Ching est profondément reconnaissante envers Dieu bien-aimé pour toute l'aide financière, le réconfort et soutien qu'elle a pu apporter aux affligés et nécessiteux et ou à toute bonne cause au fil des ans, en tant qu'humble instrument de sa compassion et de son amour pour ses précieux enfants. Le Maître suprême Ching reçoit le soutien et l'amour de diverses organisations, médias, gouvernements et particuliers, et il lui décerne de nombreux prix, notamment le prix Goussi de la paix de 2006, considéré comme le prix Nobel de la paix en Asie, le prix du leadership spirituel mondial en 1994, le prix Mahavir en 2008, le 22 février et le 25 octobre, tous deux proclamés jour du Maître suprême Ching et la citoyenne honorée des États-Unis, etc. Et elle a été honorée au fil des ans de nombreux autres prix et reconnaissances pour ses actions philanthropiques et humanitaires exceptionnelles. Nous nous excusons de ne pouvoir montrer les nombreux autres prix et honneurs par manque de place et de temps. Véritable voix pour nos magnifiques amis les animaux, le maître suprême Ching promeut l'alimentation végane, pacifique et aimante, et rêve qu'une fois que l'humanité réalisera le caractère sacré de toute vie, nous aurons un monde totalement vegan, paisible et glorieux, où les animaux et les humains vivront en parfaite harmonie. Ces initiatives pour diffuser la tendance végane sont multiples. Elles ont inclus la distribution du dépliant, le mode de vie alternatif, les restaurants véganes internationaux Loving Hut, des sociétés de produits alimentaires véganes, des produits en fourrure véganes, Supreme Master Télévision, ainsi que des conférences régulières avec les dirigeants de gouvernements et des médias et sa participation à des conférences télévisées sur le changement climatique, etc. Que nous le sachions ou non, ces efforts ont eu une énorme influence en sensibilisant de par le monde au mode de vie qui respecte les animaux et au fait que cette voie bienveillante peut apporter une paix durable entre les nations tout en sauvant notre planète du changement climatique et des catastrophes. Pendant des années, le maître suprême Ching a voyagé dans le monde entier, des Amériques en Afrique, de l'Europe à l'Océanie, et elle a donné des centaines de conférences en public ou à ses disciples sur divers sujets spirituels. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes bénis de vous présenter une de ces conférences éclairées intitulée « De l'univers originel à notre monde. Le véritable amour ne change jamais ». Première partie de 10 épisodes, dans Entre maître et disciple, donné en anglais le 29 mai 2014 à Los Angeles, en Californie, aux États-Unis.
Anybody see me? Hi.
How are you, Master? You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You can see me. Whoa, yourself. Okay. Please sit down, please sit down. I cannot stand up because if I stand up, you don't see me at all. Okay, I try. See that? Tom. Please sit down, darling.
How are you, Master? You look beautiful, as usual.
Thank you. I feel beautiful. Life is beautiful.
Oh, that's great to hear from you, Master.
Yes, really good.
Master, we are so happy.
Yes, I'm happy to see you. You are?
We are so happy to see you again and your beautiful smile. It's really a great honor every time to have another very, very special conference. To have a very, very special conference with you, most gracious Master Tim Kwotu. Thank you so much, Master.
Thank you. Also, thank you to you. You guys so kind. Yes, I just want to thank everybody, including your good self there, all of you, brother and sister there, for your good wish on my birthday.
It's our privilege, Master, and with all our love, this garden of flowers, Master, we want to send to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know you are very, very kind, and so are, a lot of others of your brother and sister around the world. But, I just can't be everywhere to celebrate with you. Thank you anyway.
How come you couldn't celebrate it with Initiate this year, Master?
I never celebrate any year. I mean, just some years in the beginning, but later I feel, we don't have anything to celebrate in this world, And there's so much suffering. I don't know if we should celebrate or not. I don't feel that we can rejoice yet, Besides, it's not my real physical birthday. So, but anyway, thank you.
Master, your birth was the most amazing event in all our lives, because since you were on this earth, we could get initiated and we could have you in our lives. So thank you so much, Master.
Thank you. It's okay. We have birthday every day. You know that?
Yes, Master. Master, we have been really eager to know what you have been doing since the last time we spoke together 4 months ago.
Meditate a lot, and changing places. And apropos my birthday, I celebrate with, I think, 2 people.
Oh.
2 of your brothers. They went to some Loving Hut restaurant and bought me some, summer rose.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we celebrate birthday like that. They say, "Oh, Master, today is your birthday." I said, "It is." All right. So we celebrate just like that. So you cannot say I do not celebrate. It's just two summer rolls each. Yeah. And then, of course, other important things are other people. I donate things, donate money for the town hall to buy clothes for them and buy food for the food bank, and visit animal shelters, giving them donation.
Wow.
And I adopt one more dog. Big.
Could we
Very
know,
big. Yes.
Could we know his name, Master?
Okay. If I tell you his name, I'm just afraid the people I adopted will know who I am next time they see me.
I see, Master.
But he's beautiful. Yeah, you just call him Love if you want. He's just a loving creature. He's very, very cool. He's a Brahma assistant. Brahma, the Lord of the third world?
Yes, Master.
Oh, he's powerful. He have no fear of any karma.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, and then the Brahma also wanted to send him down to help me. He used to be in one of the lifetime, he used to be my goose, pet goose.
Oh.
Yeah. White goose. And this lifetime, he's also white.
I see.
And he's so pure, he's so powerful. Suppose you are his owner, yeah? I mean, he's caretaker. You adopted him, you care for him. In this world, they call it dog owner. I don't know what else to say so other people understand. Most people in the world, they still call this kind of person dog owner, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Okay. So suppose you are the so-called owner, yeah? Either you adopt him when he was young, or you adopt him when he's already old. If you're kind to him, even if you're from hell, when you die, you go to hell, he can fish you up to the third level.
Wow. So powerful.
It's that powerful.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And he came sacrifice to come down. Just he think he can protect me.
Wow.
He does good job. Oh, wonderful job. He doesn't want to go inside the house because he said to me, if he go inside the house, it's so warm and cozy, he will sleep through. and then he cannot guard me. Okay, he cannot wake up on time to prevent the negative influence from outside to come in. And then also, for example, he can smell bad people who comes before they come. If he's outside, better to smell. The inside or the door are closed, and he sleeps so sound and his soul went up there somewhere. So he said he could not do his job very well. So even so cold, he preferred to sleep outside. So I had to build like a house for him outside, and really I make the door in strategic way so that the wind and the draft will not come directly to him.
Oh, wow.
And I make him clothes, myself, because he's too big. We come buy clothes for him. So I cut some of the, how you call that, flannel, flannel.
Yes, Master, flannel.
Yeah, flannel, and then make some simple clothes with. But it's useless. In a while, he just shake it off, or he turn it upside down, or it get loose, or something. So I said, okay, suit yourself. I try to charm him into the house because I feel so cold, outside. He came in politely, let me pet him and talk to him, love him for a while, and then I thought he settled down to sleep. Okay, so long as I turned my back, he whoop, out of the house. He just zoomed out of the house so quick. So many times like that, so I don't force him anymore. I say, okay, take care of yourself. At night, like supper, I give him more food, strong food, so that he keep warm through the night, and he does it. daytime he eat very little. He's so alert all the time. Oh my God. Even a leaf falls, he won't allow without his attention.
He's so diligent.
Very diligent, my God. Even if he's so hungry and he eats just a little bit and he hears something, immediately drop the food. He go around patrolling, yes. Yes. And then drinking also the same like that. He's never 1 second, neglect his duty. My God, I never seen such a diligent dog in my life. Well, I guess I don't see all the dogs, but all the dogs I've seen anywhere. When I first came into that center of adoption, they have 250 dogs in there, and I often go there to give donation, money or vegan food, veggie bone for them, and the bucket for water, anything they ask, I buy. Or houses,
Yes, Master.
houses, many houses for dogs, and many blankets and stuff. But I never wanted to adopt any. I thought I have a lot of dogs already, and my life is running up and down. How can I take on more responsibility? So it's better I go give money, and let them take care. That day I came in, there was something before Christmas. I came in that house again, delivering some stuff, food, blankets.
Yes, Master.
249.9 dogs barking, running, excited, or so loud, you can't hear nothing. And he alone sitting right there, staring at me nonstop.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, for half an hour on end. And then when I went away some other places, in the other corner, he's still looking from his cage to me. He doesn't move. He doesn't bark. He doesn't blink. He just moves his head where I go. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, okay, I wanted to adopt him for Christmas, but everybody told me, no, he's already been rejected by 3 owners. He doesn't get on well with any dogs, any owners. You would consider that. You must adopt this dog, the other dog better. We have so many dogs, please take another one. You've been so kind to us. We want you to be happy with an adopted dog. We don't want you to be harmed by a dog. This dog has been very bad. We're sorry, but we have to tell you the truth. Okay, because he bites all the dogs and, he even scared the owners. Yes, so, it startled me, even then. Okay, I went home. 2 months later, I still think of him. So one morning, Saturday morning, they almost closed. I said, I want to adopt him. And she began trying to talk me out of it. I said, don't say anything, because I'm going to get him right now, and you give me him or not. And that's that, and I just take him home without doing any paper yet. She said, you have to come back Monday to do paper. Okay, I come back. But I take my dog home right now, and you don't say anything except positive, well wishing for him. And she just be quiet. She said, okay. I really wish him well, you well. I will see. We will see. This kind of, I say, suspicious talk, I say, don't worry. I love him so much, and he will love me so much. You believe me. And that's how it happened.
That's so beautiful, Master.
He's the most perfect dog you can ever have.
Wow.
Yes. From all my dogs I had before, he's the most perfect.
Wow.
Yes. He's quiet all day long. He only barks when he needs to. He listens to whatever I said without complaint. He eats what I give. He sleeps, outside. He doesn't bother at all. He doesn't demand anything except what's given to him. He never make noise just to demand attention or demand food or anything at all. Yes. He's so very obedient and so gentle with me. I thought he's a gentle dog in general, but not. When you see one of your brother, the big guy coming, he jump on him from the back to the front, he jump on his shoulder. He almost wrestled him on the ground to play with him. He's still a puppy. Yeah. But with me, he walks beside me, he only raises his hand to shake my hand. That's all he does. And wag his tail. Yeah. And then even when I talk to him, he listens respectfully. He doesn't jump around, licking. But he does all the things that dogs do to all the big brother of yours. Yeah?
Wow.
He pinned them on the ground even. He's so strong. Wrestle with them on the ground, you know. He's the best dog. And I call the adoption center. I reassure them that he's the best dog anyone could ever wish for. And they say, really? Really? True, you know. And then I came again next few days to give different things that they demand. You know, they ask for at the center because the government of that country, you know, due to economic problem, they don't give much more like before. Before they give, now they give less. So many things they need, they cannot buy. So I buy whatever left over that the government don't provide or don't give enough money for. So I keep coming and they keep asking me, did he listen to you? I say, of course. He listened to all our household people. Really? He said, really, really? I say, really. Nobody believes it. I say, well, every dog has a so-called owner. If he finds the real owner, he will settle down and be happy. That's why he rejected all the 3 owners. Not they rejected him, I told him.
He was waiting for
He
you.
didn't want to. Yeah, that's why. Yes. Okay. So much for the story of my life. I could talk forever about that dog.
Master, this is very comforting to know that there is a caring Hufa with you all the time to protect you and to take care of you.
Yeah, and he protects me from himself even.
Oh.
He doesn't want me to be attached to him. He doesn't want me to feel that I'm obliged to him in any way. He doesn't show his feeling that he needs me. He loves me, but if I have to go, he say go. Please go. He makes sure I go. Yeah.
Wow. Such a pure love.
Yes. And if, for example, if some attendant are bad, he makes sure they go. He does something, he makes something happen so that they have to go. Yeah. Okay, it's a lot of things we don't know about animals. Cheers.
Cheers, Master. Master, we hope you are healthy and Master, do you still eat just 1 meal a day or do you eat at all?
I eat many meals a day now, sorry. Many. I eat more than 1 meal a day now, sorry.
Oh, that's good.
It's not good. I have to. Eating a lot is no good for me. I just have to.
I see. Why, Master? To get connected with the world?
No, it's not that. Because I'm getting on deeper into meditation, into a higher region. And to some region, if I don't eat before I go there and sit, I will have trouble. Okay, some region are too powerful that I have to use food like a time capsule. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
So number one, the food have to store the energy that I absorb, yeah, and release slowly, gradually during the day to the world. Because if I don't have the food to balance this for me, then I will probably die, and it releases so much at one time to the world. The world will also have trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, have to be gradual. And food act as like an agent, like a storage, a time release capsule. Release it a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Also to protect me from too much absorption or at one time of the energy. So as you say, eating a lot is good. It's not good. It's not good for me. It's a necessary obligation. Yeah?
I see.
Okay.
Understand, Master.
I wish I don't have to eat anything because life is more simple if you don't have to eat anything.
True, Master. Can we do the same as you, Master?
Same like eating? That you can do well.
Yes, Master.
No. You don't have to eat just to go into samadhi, not that much. But it's just for my special case, yeah? For normal light and sound practitioners, just eat normal, but 80% full only, okay? Or empty stomach, okay, as you're not meditating too much. As you're not meditating a lot anyway, but I would advise you eat something, huh?
Yes, Master.
In case you happen to be in such a powerful area which you don't even know before, you might feel uncomfortable when you come out. So, but don't eat too full, 80% or less, 50% when you go meditate.
Okay, Master.
Because you don't meditate a lot. And under fifth level, the energy is vegan is good enough. Vegan is good enough. You know, if you meditate a lot and you don't feel well, or you feel you can't get out of somebody, then that's the sign that you should eat. Okay?
Okay, Master.
A little before you meditate. If it's near Earth, like astral or second plane, and even if you do not eat, you don't feel much difference eating or not eating. But I suggest you eat some, okay? The food help me, in my case, help me to absorb some energy and release it slowly. Also to protect my organs, so that the energy don't just go direct and overwhelmingly into all the organs, all the cells.
Wow.
And I destroy it. It's not like this thing you can have a lot. That's why you keep asking me, can you also do that and go connect it? I advise you, no. Because you have to be prepared for it. You have to be trained for it. You have to go very delicately. And some of your DNA and your cells are not trained for it, not used to it. I have to do all this over decades, and slowly I build it up. Even then, I still have to eat food to help, to protect my organs and my cells and my body. But this is not your case. And then you just eat moderately, huh?
Yes, Master.
Or eat right after you meditate. You don't meditate a lot anyway. You see, okay, now I'm just remembering. If you don't believe me, you remember all the master before, the teacher, the monks, and the famous person, they meditate a lot, then they just went to Samadhi. Their clothes are tattered, they just stay there, they couldn't get out, they don't get out. Like Master Ramakrishna, remember in India?
Yes, Master.
Some of his known acquaintance or family beat him up.
Wow.
Beat him, shaking him awake and, like try to fit him some food through the mouth, open his mouth forcefully, force some food into his mouth in order to wake him up so that he will go back to the world and then benefit the world. That's what that acquaintance thought at that time. So he beat him to wake him up and force him to eat something. Then slowly he regained, worldly consciousness. And that's how we benefit from him. If he has stayed in somebody and gone forever, then we don't even know him. Sri Ramakrishna. He's the one who worshipped mother, remember?
Yes.
Yeah. And he can talk to the mother in the temple. The statue, and then became a mother. Yeah. And then he's very famous, He's the one who married a very young girl as a wife, but then he never incorporated her. Because the parent asked him to marry her, and he saw the affinity with that young child at that time, and he married her, and he never touched her. Some people even criticize him for sacrificing her this way. Well, she was happy. Everybody worship her as the Holy Mother. After he's gone, worship her too. And Master Ching of Taiwan, he also don't eat anything. He stayed for long, long days in meditation state. He didn't get out. He couldn't get out. Somebody somehow get him out. And the Buddha boy, some days he stayed on time. Yeah. And many other masters stay in Samadhi. They continue to meditate. They don't eat. And sometimes they cannot get out of Samadhi because they're gone. No connection with the world. No anchor. So you can see that very good example. If you don't believe me, you can think about that. And this is the proof that if you meditate too long, too much, you must balance it, unless you don't want to go back into the world. I still have work to do here, so I have to wake up.
Aimables téléspectateurs, merci de vous être joints à nous pour l'émission d'aujourd'hui intitulée « De l'univers originel à notre monde ». Le véritable amour ne change jamais. première partie de 10 épisodes, dans Entre maître et disciple. Dans un instant, retrouvez Agir divinement bien, c'est l'ultime. Aperçu du judaïsme. Avec le Ravi Avi. PhD. Deuxième partie de 3 épisodes, dans Parole de sagesse, juste après les nouvelles d'exception. Restez sur Supreme Master Télévision pour plus de programmes positifs. Que vos sourires radieux et vos vibrations positives aident à élever les esprits de ceux qui vous entourent. Gracious viewers, thank you for joining us for today's program entitled From the Original Universe to Our World. True Love Never Changes, Part 1 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Doing Good is the Ultimate Overview of Judaism with Ravi Avi, PhD, Part 2 of 3 on Words of Wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May your radiant smiles and positive vibrations help to uplift the spirit of those around you.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.